Good morning, third grade. Miss Fogelman here for your math lesson today. Let me share my screen. Okay, so today is November the 30th, last day of November, and we are continuing our geometry lessons. Today, our learning target is that the student will be able to tell if a shape has the attributes to be in certain families of shapes. Before we start, I did want to play this video for you. It's called What is a Polygon? Just to review.
What are polygons? A polygon is a closed figure made of line segments. Here are some examples of polygons. As you can see, not all polygons are regularly shaped. Some of them look quite odd. In order to be a polygon, a shape must meet two requirements. 1. It must be closed. 2. It must be made of line segments. This means if there is any curve in the shape, it is not a polygon. Here are some examples of shapes that are not polygons. This circle is not a polygon because it is not made of line segments. Any shape that is curved is not a polygon. This is not a polygon because it is not closed. One side is missing. This is not a polygon because it is not closed. One side only goes halfway across. This is not a polygon because it contains a curve. Polygons are made only of line segments. Is it a polygon? Yes, this is a polygon because it is closed and it is made of line segments, no curves. Is it a polygon? No, this is not a polygon because it is not made of line segments. It has a curve. Is it a polygon? No, this is not a polygon because it is not closed. Fun fact: the name polygon comes from Greek words. Poly means many, and gon means angles. Thus, a polygon has many angles. Let's see what you have learned in this lesson.
Okay, so that was a review of polygons. Remember, a polygon is A closed shape with straight sides or line segments. Line segments are straight. There are no curved sides in a polygon. And it has 3 or more sides. So that's just a little review to get us started today. Today we're going to again review shape attributes. In this group of 4 shapes, which shape is a trapezoid? Okay, hopefully you said this shape is a trapezoid because it is the one that has one pair of opposite sides that are parallel. It's a 4-sided shape and it has 4 angles or corners. For example, this cannot be a trapezoid because it has 2 pairs of sides that are parallel. A trapezoid only has 1 pair of sides that are parallel. If you drew these 2 sides out, they would cross. Which of these shapes would be a parallelogram? Okay, so let's review what a parallelogram is. But before we do that, I want you to try to figure out which of these shapes would be a parallelogram. Okay, so the rectangle, this rectangle, and this rhombus are all parallelograms because they have 2 pairs of opposite sides, right? That will never cross, okay? So if I drew these 2 lines out, they would never cross. If I drew these 2 lines out, they would never cross. If I drew these 2 lines out, they would never cross. And if I drew these 2 lines out, they would never cross. And the same thing here, okay? If the opposite sides were drawn out, then they would never cross. Whereas we just discussed that a trapezoid only has 1 pair of parallel sides. The other opposite sides would eventually cross. All right, which of these shapes are quadrilaterals? So we have to remember what a quadrilateral is. So go ahead and think about that for a moment and decide which of the shapes are quadrilaterals. Okay, so a quadrilateral is any 4-sided, 4-angled shape, right? So all of these would be quadrilaterals because they have 4 sides and 4 angles or corners. So as you can see, a rectangle is not just a rectangle because it's a rectangle because it has opposite sides parallel, opposite sides equal, 4 90-degree angles or corners, right? And it's a 4-sided shape. But it's also a parallelogram because it has 2 pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. And it also is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 angles. So as you can see, a rectangle can be in several different families of shapes. All right. Today, I have put 2 or 3 task cards into your Shobi account. I want you to go on, make sure that you are completing them, answer the question on the card, okay? All right, so that's all I have for you today. Have a great day, and don't forget to do that work in Shobi.